right, guys.
We are live
Woo.
on a Monday.
Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day.
All right, so we had the stream crash on Thursday, and we lost all the cameras.
That was a bummer.
So I think it was the USB hub, so we replaced it. We got a new one, so we got to do a test stream. Hop on. We're going to go on for a couple hours and make sure that everything's operating okay before we try to go for our stream tomorrow.
Thank you guys for hanging out and being with us. I think that was the problem, and I think we fixed it. I agree with Nick. Not sure, but fingers crossed. But we threw almost 40 pieces last week and kept them covered up all weekend. So now they're about ready to, they are ready to get trimmed up. So we're gonna do most of this today, the rest of it tomorrow probably. But we definitely have a ton of bowls. Let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I think we have like 19, 20 bowls to finish up. That's where we're gonna start. So I'm pretty much gonna hop around whatever is the driest, the right consistency of leather hard. That's what we're going with. Come in here and create a nice tall foot to start. Bring this all the way down. Round off our bowl. All the way down and around. And then we have this other tool. Nice. Maybe it's like a 45-degree angle Kemper tool. This creates a nice undercut for our feet. We can bring that nice underneath. Hi, Gail. It says hi, Jess and Nick. Hi, Gail. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. We're having a pretty chill day here. Definitely wanted to hop on and make sure the stream was in working order for tomorrow. Anybody out there doing some barbecues? Memorial Day. We are super good. Let's see. All the way down. We had a pretty fun-filled weekend. We tried to take it easy this morning since we took our day off to work at the market this weekend. But to pop in for a little bit. She said, good timing. I just came in from gardening. Somewhat nice. What is the garden looking like right now? Yeah, out here I know a lot of people are growing like the Florida winter crops, which is like lots of squashes and beans, melons. Gail said, how was the market? Yeah, it was awesome. It was funny because like it was good and bad, but all over very, very good. Like it ended up getting rained out because of course Florida gets like so hot that it just has to downpour. But we were loving it. It was so nice. And we got to experience a little bit of magic, which was pretty cool. Did you catch the short that we put up about it? If anyone out there wants to see what happened at our market, the first market of the year, she said, I've been dealing with thistle for the last 3 years. Thistle. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is. Can you explain that, Gail? Thistle.
It's a plant
Type of plant?
with spiny leaves.
Oh, is it like a weed? She said, I watched the short Free Hot Dogs. Yo, the free hot dog was awesome. Yeah, I guess it was just like the little corner, like bar and restaurant. They had every Sunday free hot dogs, and it was like a really nice surprise. And we saw a couple other vendors go in there, and they were like, no way, free hot dogs. Made a lot of people's days, so that's pretty cool. It's an invasive weed with thorns. Yuck. Oh no. Is there like anything you can do except for just pluck that? Like obviously no, I'm not suggesting like pesticides or anything harmful, but I just don't know if they're like, what have you been doing? Just plucking them? Aggressive weeding? Yeah, we got to the event, and we had to get there like pretty early, 2 hours before it even started, and that was kind of like a bummer. But once we got to the parking spot, which we were told was actually further than we ever parked before, they ended up having this like guy on an electric bike with a little buggy who drove us to the market spot. So that was actually super nice. She said it grows through deep, deep runners. If you pull it and split the runner, 2 will grow back. Oh my gosh. Gail said that did look nice. It was definitely some magic, straight up. That was nuts. Some Disney Orlando magic came through to our market. Alright, this is the first bowl that we're trimming, so let me see how we did. That feels pretty good. Yeah, nice and light enough. I wanted to make sure we did carve enough away. So we send that back up and just give it a nice smoothing. Yeah, it was a 6-hour market, and we ended up being there for about like 4.5 hours. First market of the year though, so it's kind of cool. Be able to pack up and leave a little early. We went over to a coffee shop down the street from there that has our products in stock, and we gave them some more products. So that was really cool. They ended up, Framework Coffee in Orlando, they ended up with a couple more espresso cups and V60s for their shelves. So it worked out really well for them. She said, how was the crowd? Did you sell a lot? It was, well, because it was Memorial Day, I think, and also just the heat, the crowd was less than we had ever seen before at this market. This market had 315 vendors, so it's a really big market, and usually really, really, really big crowd. But there weren't a ton of people there, even though there was still a steady stream of people for a good 3 hours. We did sell a lot. We sold all of our seconds. We gave away a lot of mini jars, so we spread the magic around. Nick gave a lot of mini jars out, and that was freaking awesome. Made a lot of people's days. It was a lot of fun. Oh, hi, Sin. Taz the Bulldog in the chat. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, Cynthia. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you guys, too. All right. It's nice and smoothed out. We're just gonna stamp this guy. So let's get our brace. Flip it upside down, right in the middle. Grab our stamp, our Swan City 2025 stamp. Line it up with our spout. Straight down, rock it forward and back. Perfect. Yeah, between like the market itself and giving a bunch of stuff to Framework Coffee, we definitely got rid of a ton of product. It was awesome because we are trying to make more and more, turn over everything. Let's go with this one next. Gail said, you reminded me, do you still have the purple mini jar I saw in the video? I would like to buy it. We don't have any of those mini jars, do we?
We got rid of every single one yesterday.
Yeah, every single mini jar is gone. So we just have to throw another 100, you know? It's awesome. Gail said, I'm Cynthia. How are you? Cynthia says, no, you're Gail. I'm Cynthia. You guys are funny. All right. Are you guys doing anything special today for Memorial Day? Grilling up? Cookout? Chili? We got dogs? Burgers? Got Shruti in the chat. What's up, Shruti? Good to see you here. Yeah, we're just doing kind of like a test stream today to make sure that we're all prepared for tomorrow for our normal stream tomorrow. Because last week we had some camera issues, so we replaced some pieces that we needed to for the computer. Got a new USB hub. Gail said no plans. It's also good to have a chill day, no plans. Yeah, we watched last night the PBS Memorial Day service concert. I think it was a concert. And then this morning we watched the president in Virginia. And there, like, that was pretty much a concert too. That was really nice. Gail said, forgot to proofread before hitting send. Story of my life. I'm always making spelling errors. Oh, Shruti said, I'm going to California next week to my uncle's place. Nice. I remember you've been talking about that for a while. Must be summer break. No, thank you guys for all the hearts in the chat too. I'm gonna come in here with our sure form. Try to get some more of this carved away. Woo! The sure form's really nice if you want to carve or trim like a larger section away from part. It like keeps it nice and flat, which is super nice. All the way down, especially if you have a base that's uneven, you need to trim it down. Underrated tool for sure. We got JM Clay. How's the throw? Hey, throwing on a Monday? Question mark. Yeah, we because we had like those camera troubles last week, we wanted to make sure that we're all set up for tomorrow's stream. So we're kind of doing, like an hour or two test stream just to make sure that everything's looking good for our full length one tomorrow. Are you throwing today too?
Yeah, it happened. Happened twice in the past couple weeks. All the cameras died. We had to stop the stream and restart it, which is a bummer.
That was a bummer.
So we're like 16 minutes in, I guess. We're gonna go for an hour and a half or so. I'm just monitoring everything, just make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. But yeah, trimming on a Monday.
Monday trimming. It's nice. Happy Memorial Day. Shruti did say, yep, in the beginning, actually, of our initial plan was Florida, but it's sitting out of our budget. So that's why I decided California to at least we don't need to spend on staying expenses. It's really nice that you have family out there. Like, if you can stay with family, that's freaking awesome. I mean, California's got Disneyland. Gail said, thank you. Happy Memorial Day to yous. Carving down the base underneath of our bowl little by little until it's the right depth that we want it to be. I love this tool. It's like the mud tools all in one. So it's got two sides, a square and a loop. And then the loop has like a smaller loop part and a larger side. That's extremely versatile. She said, I've been doing pottery all of my summer vacation, and now I have 4 more days left before I return to the hostel. Well, it's so nice you got to do some pottery while not in school and not worrying about tests. Do you have like a favorite thing that you've made since you've been back at it? So this is really the only other trimming tool that we use. Like, between this tool that allows us to get a nice undercut for our bowl rims or anything that we need a small undercut for, this Kemper tool, our all-in-one mud tools, and occasionally like an X-Acto knife to get really sharp points, which we have this little X-Acto knife here. It's a double-sided, so it has a loop and a straight side, so if we needed to, we could get really nice and tight underneath. These are really the only tools we use for trimming. Taz is dipping out. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate to see you. Really nice to see you. Hope you have a nice day. Hopefully it's off and you get to relax.
Yeah, huge shout out to Taz.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Have a happy rest of your Memorial Day out there. Hope everyone's having a chill day.
We'll see you tomorrow if you pop in. Alright. To finish these off with a sponge.
JM did say when you asked if she was thrown, she said no.
Oh.
My son is in town.
Oh, nice. Sorry I missed that, Jam.
But yeah, we had a lot of fun at the market. I was honestly not very excited to do it. First one of the year. But, you know, I knew it was going to be a long day. But yeah, it was fun. I'm actually we're going to try to do one next month as well.
Mm-hmm.
Peaches072 subscribe to the channel.
I'm gonna get this to be comfortable, y'all. Let's see.
But yeah, typically at that market, we would have a lot more sales. There would have been a lot more people there.
Yeah, we've been to that market before where we completely like sold out. Like a whole table gone. Like all 3 tables gone. But
yeah, it was pretty much a little bit too hot, and then it rained too much. But yeah, still had fun. Passed out a bunch of mini jars.
yeah, that was really cool. At the very end, we had a couple of like the seconds mini jars.
There was maybe just like 15 left or something. So we just like walked around and
We said, would you like a little pot? Would you like a little tiny pot? Gave some to there was like a little coffee shop right there. I went in and gave like the employees behind the counter some jars, and they were really excited. That was really nice to see. Gotta spread the joy. Jan, we hope you have an amazing time with your son being in town. Hopefully you guys have off today and you guys can spend all the time together. Judy says, in the hostel, very few things are allowed, and if I want to take the wheel, I have to get permissions. I will try in hopes. You should definitely try if you want to take it. There's no hurt in doing everything you can to get it. And shout out to Peaches for subbing. Let's go. Alright, I'm just trying to get this nice and centered. The way you do that is just hold one finger really still at the main point of your piece, and then you can see where it's touching and where it's not. I like to do it more towards the belly of the piece. So right where it touches, I can push it a little tiny bit. Make sure the whole thing feels nice and even. This cork is just a piece that we use on top so we can kind of disperse the pressure that we're going to push down right in the center, disperses it into a larger surface area so we're not creating a big dip in the middle. But it also just feels a lot nicer on our fingers as it's spinning than the clay itself. And they make special pieces for this, but our cork does the job. Seen people use bottle caps too. It's really common. Alright, so with the looped side of our tool, I'm going to come in here and carve a lot of this bowl away. Give it a pretty aggressive cut. Come right down at the top again. Try to define our foot a little deeper. And then you can see that all of this is the part that we're gonna do a little more of an aggressive trim all the way down. All the while applying pressure to the center of the piece with our left hand. This way it doesn't, the whole piece doesn't just fly off the wheel. You need to hold it in place. Nice. All right, I want to get kind of like lower on it too. Like really give it a good look to see what our profile of our bowl looks like. And we are remembering what the inside curvature is and mimicking that with our exterior trimming. Let's see. I want to come in with our other tool here, our Kemper tool, and create a nice undercut with our foot. Just pressing down and under. Let's come on here. Trim a bit more away, even it out. All the way down. And right here's a good example of when I'll use the X-Acto knife. There's a bit of a lip right here, but you can see that the loop tool doesn't get as deep as I want it to be without taking out this top curve. So we're going to come right in here, smooth that little bit of a lip out. And we can finish it off with our loop tool. Nice and rounded. These are our 6-inch wide sipping bowls, so they all have this little spout added to them. Come right in on the top, and our foot right now is totally flat. So we want to create a little hidden foot area right here. Not only because it looks nice aesthetically, but we need to take a lot of this clay away so there's less that needs to dry out. Makes the foot nice and prominent. So the way I like to do that is just create small cuts at a similar depth all the way around and then connect them. This is just one example of trimming. Come right here on the corner, get that nice and sharp. Right from the center over, smooth it out. Another way you can do it is create a spiral, so right in the center, bring it all the way over. Then smooth out your spiral.
Gary Shear subscribe to the channel.
Soften up the foot. All the way over. Shout out Gary for the subscription. Thank you for subscribing. All right, I want to hit this with our sponge. This will just smooth out any of those trimming lines and see if we need to refine anything else. Really like not a lot of water at all. We're just really hitting this to smooth it out. Some people like to use like a chamois. You can burnish it with a stone, but that's how we like it. So I can see right here there's a pretty deep cut, so I'm gonna smooth that out. That's it. Now we're going to stamp right underneath in that belly that we created. use a brace underneath so we don't just push this all the way through our pot. I'm gonna line up our stamp with the spout of our piece, find the center, press straight down, and then rock it back and forth a little bit. There you can see a nice crisp stamp. And then this guy is gonna sit on the side, dry out over the next couple of days. Nice. Center this up. Nice. Right up here. That's where I want to start carving. Create a nice deep cut. Let's get rid of most of this. Nice. Woo! Trimmings are building up so fast. Let's bring that corner down quite a bit. And come in here. I'm gonna use like the larger end of the loop tool. It's pretty cool. All the way down. Flip it over. I know there's still a lot of clay here that needs to go. Grab our Kemper tool underneath, get our undercut. Go a bit deeper. I know that this tool should be about 2/3 of the way under the pot before it's at my desired depth. Nice. Back here. All the way up. I want this to have a nice curve to it, not just a flat bottom and go straight down. All right. I can hear it's kind of thick right here, actually. Nice. Set this to the side. Come right under here. Cut down in, right where I want my foot to start. Spiral that out a little bit. Connect them. That all the way over. Let's do that again. Deeper. Let's connect it. I'm keeping my triangulation here. One finger on the tool, other hand on the tool, and then one on the pot. My thumbs even come together down here. I still want this to be deeper, so I'm going to make some more aggressive cuts. Connect them. Sound pretty similar. That's what I'm looking for. Come in here and just smooth it out. Very good, very nice. Pick it up, the final test, to see if it's heavy enough or light, too light. It feels really, really, really good. Perfect. Flip this over. Like I said, we're gonna line up our stamp with the spouts. I have the spout facing me. Stamp in the center, press down and rock it forward and back. Get a nice, evenly stamped base. Nice. We have a stamp on the bottom. So we've done 4 so far. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 more. But we'll see how many we can get done the next couple hours here. Center it up. There it is. Now we also like to use our cork as like a reference of width. So all of our pieces are going to have the same width, and the width is coming from this cork. It's just a piece of constant that, you know, we use and we like. Doesn't have to be anything specific. It's just what we enjoy, what works for us. So everything is similar. All the way out here. Get this nice and trimmed up. Probably have to empty our trimmings up in a second too. It's getting pretty crazy. All right. But pretty much based on the speed of the wheel is when I move the tool. I want the tool to be going around each segment one time as it spins. So if it's faster, I can move the tool faster, but I don't want to go too quick, so we stay kind of slow. Every rotation of the wheel, I move it down a little tiny bit. Let's come right in here. I want to make this a lot deeper. Bring it in and down. Establishing that corner. Let's bring our bowl down even further. Nice. All right, you can see on the top here, this must have been from my wire tool. So ideally when you're wiring it off, it's one quick slice. So I must have went in halfway and hesitated. That's where you see this line right here.
Geoman subscribed to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing, Geoman. Geoman. So I like to use the shear form when it comes to this. This will create a nice, even base without worrying if my foot is going to be uneven on the table afterwards. So just like that, and it's gone. I'm gonna come under here and create our undercut now. Let's see. Our Kemper tool. I want this nice undercut. Yeah, I had a teacher once that told us to like never trim the bottoms of your pots because you'll never get it to be level again. But it's one of those things that is like it's just such a myth when it comes to pottery. Like, of course you could get it even again. I guess he was just kind of like warning us. But even then, it's like if I use the shear form, it's even. I'm getting it even. All the way down. Just come in here and create more of an angle on our bowl. I'm just going to smooth out all these trimming lines that we created. From the top to the bottom. And you can see that little bit of a dip we created. I'm going to come right in underneath. X-Acto knife. Perfect. Now let's adjust this. Right in the middle. That's where I want to start for our undercut. Create nice, deep carves. Then we can connect them with the length of our tool. All the way over.
Cynthia Apple gets subscribed to the channel.
Shout out Cynthia. Appreciate you guys out there subscribing, liking the video, supporting our channel. Just doing a shorter kind of stream right now for today on a Monday, but tomorrow, tune back in for our full length stream. Nice. I can hear the difference when I tap versus how hollow it is. So on top it sounds denser and it's higher over here, so I know I can trim a little bit more away in this top area. I'm looking for an even sound so I know that they're the same thickness. Bring this all the way over a little further. Here we go. That's nice. Round out my corners. Right down in here. Smooth everything out with our sponge. The tiniest bit of water ever to get this nice and smooth. You don't want to introduce too much water after it's been drying out for a while. All right, that feels really good. We don't want them too light. We also don't want them too heavy. So just the right amount. Got Brittany in the chat. Hello, Brittany. Happy Monday. All right, 5 down. Making sure everything around us is still good, not drying out too fast or anything. Bowls are definitely the first things up. Hello, Lydia. How are you guys doing today? Push these guys right into center. That feels good. Let's go ahead and center that up. Create a nice deep cut for our foot. You can see all of this will be extra. This is all clay that we needed to keep on the pot in order to get our height and our width while we threw the piece. We can carve all this away, trim it down. Then all these little bits will get reclaimed into fresh new clay. Bring this down a little further. And you can see there's still so much more that needs taken away. Bring this all the way up. All the way back down. All right, I'm gonna come in here next with the Kemper tool. Let's see. It says this is a Kemper PTS 20. PTS 20. Bring this all the way in. This is a really nice one to get our undercut. There's definitely a lot more we can take away right here, because I remember what the inside of the bowl looks like. So we're mimicking the interior and the exterior. Sunset, hello. How are you, girl? Happy Memorial Day. How's your family doing today? Sunset, I'm good. How are you guys? Happy Memorial Day. My family is good. Anything planned for today? We are just taking it really chill today. We are doing a pretty short stream, just making sure that all the cameras are working the way they're supposed to. So we had 2 streams that got interrupted by camera failures. So we got a new USB hub, doing a stream just to make sure it's all good for tomorrow. But we're just taking the day, taking it easy. would say we're taking it off, but I guess we're not taking it off. We're just taking it real chill. Are you guys doing anything? Are you barbecuing? So far, nobody said anything about doing any kind of barbecues or anything. It's kind of a bummer. Guys, if anybody's out there and they're celebrating today and they're having a barbecue, gotta let me know. You gotta say in the chat. I need to know somebody's eating a hot dog. Somebody's eating a burger. I think we are gonna have burgers later. Had some burgers yesterday. Burgers forever. Shout out to Gail. Swan City Ceramics streams live every Tuesday and Thursday from approximately 1 or 2 until 8 o'clock. 7 to 8 p.m. power hour. Let's go. Thank you, Gail. Yeah, if y'all don't know about power hour, you're missing out. Be here 7 to 8 Eastern Standard. So whatever we don't finish trimming up today, we'll trim tomorrow, and then we'll throw a ton more stuff. So we'll be going for a long day, full day, full stream. Hi, Lydia. Something said, sorry, I got distracted a little. LOL, my girl. Awesome. Just ask if you're gonna barbecue today or if you're doing anything. Happy Monday, Lydia. Alright, that looks good. Oh yeah, for sure. Smooth it out. Sunset? No, probably not. Well, hopefully you have a nice relaxing day nonetheless. Lydia said, happy Monday. Right back at you. Thank you, thank you. I like Mondays. Start of a fresh week. Another chance to do the best you can do. There we go. Nice big bowl, 6 inches. So definitely our favorite bowls that we use in the house, like all the time. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna cover up our other stuff here so it doesn't dry out too much. I do have a fan on because it's kind of hot in here, so get this centered up. Our front area here, I'm just gonna take our plastic for our shelves and cover it up. I forgot I had tea. Cheers, y'all. We got this like local honey from our girl Kelsey at Grazing Gracelane. She like is a little farm stand that we get our eggs from, and she makes freaking awesome sourdough as well. But she started putting out her honey from her bees, and we got some honey. It's freaking incredible. If you can get local honey by you, that's like huge game changer. I lost my cork. It's in here. That's nice. I've got green tea with like 2 giant teaspoons of honey in there. It's amazing. I guess I'm discovering that I really like green tea as well. New revelation. I think Earl Grey is still my favorite. Black tea, then green tea, of course like mint. I think mint tea is my favorite overall. You guys drink tea out there? I'm just like discovering this world that I like. I like tea. Never knew. Never knew. I'm also drinking like a lot less coffee. I haven't had coffee in like a week, which is freaking cool. So I probably have had at least 1 cup of coffee every day of my life since I was like 16. So that's terrifying to think about. Lydia says, how do you usually make your tea? I have a French press, so if it's not in like a bag, I just put a scoop or 2 of the leaves like in the French press and then let it steep. And then I like it with honey. If it's black tea, I like milk. But honey is just too good. Mint tea, just like straight up, that's so nice. Or iced mint tea. Gail said, after your peach picking video, I'm drinking peach tea with honey and it's so good. Oh, that sounds really good too. We had that peach tea at Southern Hill Farms. They made it fresh. And that was incredible. That was like the best little beverage that we bought, I think. Yeah, I need to start putting fresh fruit in the tea. Like, what am I thinking? If I could put some fresh peaches like in a black tea and just let that steep, that sounds amazing. Lydia, how do you take your tea? How do you like it? Troy in the chat. Welcome, Troy. Can you share a glimpse of your story about what inspired you to do that? Yeah, sure. So my husband and I'm Jess, my husband's Nick, we both do this together. So I was doing pottery as a hobby, and when I met Nick, with his background in building businesses, he said, we can make this into something amazing as a family, and started creating pottery as Swan City Ceramics. Took a big move to Florida from Pennsylvania, and we started our business together with both of our skills combined. We create functional, handmade pottery that's accessible, ideally affordable, that everybody can have something to replace, single-use items that are in their house, that are made overseas. I really liked throwing pottery, and Nick had this amazing vision of how we could help people, what it could be. He like created this business around something that we both loved. And then we were just doing it all the time. And Nick was like, we could be doing this live on YouTube. He's had multiple successful YouTube channels. Created our show here. But Tuesday and Thursday is where the real fun happens. Tuesday, Thursday. Today we're kind of just doing a quick little tester to make sure our technical difficulties are worked out. We got Barbie in the chat. BB Naturals. Such a beautiful story. Love you both. Thank you, Barbie. It's good to see you. Thank you, Troy. Thank you for asking, being here with us. All right, let me see. Is anyone out there creating as an artist, wants to talk about their process and what they make? Love to hear. Anybody's story out there. I know Gail creates ceramics, and Barbie has a business making soaps, candles. Gail said, hi Barbie, how are the puppies? Barbie said, hi Gail, puppies are great. I still have all 8. Every time we try to go out to sell them, it rains. I might have to try Craigslist or something. I don't want 10 dogs forever. I see some people sometimes in our area, like on Facebook Marketplace, not Marketplace, but a Facebook group, like a locals group that have too many pets. I don't know if that's something you've looked at, Barbie. But they say to be careful about who you, like, give animals to. It is a scary world out there.
Mallory
Shout out to
Viscardi
Mallory
subscribed to
for
the channel.
subscribing. Thank you, Mallory. There's little guys pop up for you. All right. Trimming out the bottom here. All the way over. Boop. All right, let's try to even this out. Sounds pretty good. Barbie said, Facebook is also a good idea. That's just it. I don't want them to go to somebody who won't love and treasure them, because I love them. Oh my goodness, I know, right? That's so difficult. Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to get rid of animals that you like absolutely love. You should just keep them. Just have 10 dogs. Just give up everything, start a new life. It's all about the doggos. Gail said, Barbie, do you make lilac scented soaps and lotions? It's my favorite scent, but hard to find. Ooh, lilac. I can't even imagine what that smells like right now because all I can think of is lavender. Thank you guys for all the hearts. Barbie said, I fear that there are 2 puppies that I might have to keep. They've kind of chosen me. I believe that. It would be really hard, like if we had like a litter of kittens. I don't know if I'd be able to let them go at all. That's so hard. All right, let's just even this out, and then we're gonna hit this with a sponge, and this guy's gonna be done. Well, Barbie, you already have a dog, right? So if you kept 2 more, I don't know if you have other animals, like what would your animal family look like if you kept 2 more dogs? That's what I want to know. Gail said lavender has so many varieties of each, and each smell is different. Some I like and some I don't. That makes sense for sure. Not every scent is made equally. Yeah, we actually just got this candle because we gave a neighboring vendor a little mini jar, and they gave us a candle, and it's eucalyptus and mint. So I'm excited to see what that smells like when we're burning it. Let's see, Barbie BB Naturals says, Gail, I haven't made lilac yet, but I'm super interested in that fragrance. And of course, I can make anything to order. There we go. Shout out to Barbie at BB Naturals. If you wanted a loaf of lilac and lotion to go with it, I could do that. That's a combination. There we go. All right, all these trimmings are getting a little too intense for me, so let's take apart our, our splash pan. And all of these little bits are going into a 5-gallon bucket, which I've got 2 going on right now. So this other one is back here, and they'll all get reconstituted in some water. This way, once everything is the same consistency, we can dry them out. Wedge them back up into clay. Let's go ahead and get the side here. Every little bit we can. Look at all that. Nice. All right. Gail said, I do. What is your website, Barbie? Let's go. If anyone needs special soaps and lotions and candles, hit up BB Naturals. Very, very, very nice person. We love Barbie around these parts. All right, let's center this up. Nice clean splash pan for ourselves. Said BB Naturals for you. Is that .com? And then she says, I still have some things to send you and Nick. I haven't forgotten, Jess. Oh, anytime. There's absolutely no pressure and no rush, Barbie. Thank you for thinking of us. Just press straight down on the top. Get all these extra bits. Woo, there we go. Nice. Gail said, I like using trimmings for reclaim. It's easier than chunks of clay, although I do enjoy using the sledgehammer. Yeah, when you got like a big chunk of clay, you gotta hammer that up into little tiny bits so that it can get reconstituted more evenly, or like at all. Because imagine the center of that chunk absorbing clay. That's funny. Yeah, the best way to do it is if you have the trimmings already, for sure. That's funny. Although I have put like entire pieces just right in the water bucket. Barbie said, thank you, Gail. Creating something special for someone is very fun for me. We agree with that sentiment here as well. Alright, let's make this a little deeper here. All the way up. Create nice little divots, and then we can connect them together the length of our loop tool. System in the chat. What's up, System? Good to see ya. How's your Monday going? Got passerby in here. A good day and a like for y'all. Hope you're keeping well. Thank you. We're good. It's Memorial Day here. A lot of people have off. We always have work to do, but we're just here for a little bit, a couple of hours, making sure everything's good to go for tomorrow. And then we're gonna chill out for the rest of the day. How's your Monday?
How
are you feeling?
Well, we're like an hour in. hour 15. And looks like everything's working fine, so.
Okay.
You can go back and see the last stream we did on Thursday. The stream totally died at the end. I believe it was our USB hub, so we ordered a new one over the weekend. We actually rearranged some of the wires as well, so it's a little more organized, and it's better than it was. So we got a brand new USB hub, and I haven't noticed any glitches, so
Oh, nice.
I think we're gonna pretty much wrap it up.
All right.
Just didn't want to go on Tuesday and then
Have it.
have it messed up. So
Yeah.
so yeah, we plugged it all in, we got it all situated, and yeah, did a test, and I think we're going good.
Nice. All right, so this will be our last bowl. We'll finish everything up tomorrow with y'all.
Yeah, so hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your Memorial Day, or in Passerby's case, have a great Tuesday. And yeah, we'll be kind of taking it easy for the rest of the day, but we do have some stuff to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, but we'll be back to work tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day, everyone out there. Happy Memorial Day. You know.
Definitely. We appreciate you popping in. Well, we did a couple things, trimmed up, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 bowls in about an hour-ish, a little more than an hour. Hopefully you guys can take it easy today as well.
All right, we're going to sign off. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.
Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
Love you. Bye, guys.